Hey guys, welcome back to the Kayak Shack. Past, I don't know, 2 days, I've been working on some new designs. As we all know, the weather's changing. It's fixing to get a little cooler. And with that, fall's right around the corner, and before you know it, Christmas will be upon us. And so I'm trying to get ahead of the curve. I've got a few events coming up that are gonna be in the 1st of October. And I want to have some stuff that will be on folks' mind while they're out at these events, such as, you know, fall decor, Thanksgiving, Christmas, that type of stuff. And so I was going to share with you what I am working on now and some of the designs that I've got going. I've put one of them on my Etsy if you're interested in them, but more may come if there's enough interest. If these are things that you want to use, but you don't really want to go through the trouble, or maybe you're new to it and don't really have your skills to the point to where you can make your files yet, I'm going to do a pack of ornaments and some other stuff and put it on the Etsy store with my templates and so forth. And I know most of you, are used to buying my jigs and templates and stuff like that. But I can actually make other stuff. So stick around for a second. I'm gonna move the camera over and I'm gonna kind of walk through some of the things I've made today. And I got a new toy and I'm gonna share it with you. Tool, toy, whatever. All right, guys, here it is. I've been wanting to add one of these to my arsenal for quite a while. Never could make the leap to do it. A lot of the ones that you see online that I found on Amazon, places like that, were either too cheap and flimsy looking or too small for what I would use it for or whatnot. And I got up this morning and was kind of going through my news feed, checking my emails, and this guy popped up on Facebook, and a friend of mine had it, and he was having a bit of a barn clean out and had this guy. Had been sitting up for a little while. It took a little TLC to get everything cleaned up and moving like it's supposed to, but I've got it working pretty well. I've got to order some new bits for the ends of it with some new bearings, but other than that, it is working. This was my first attempt at making something with it. And guys, don't make fun of me. It's like a little baton. But at this point right here, I was just trying to get the hang of the thing and the feel of it and try to keep all my fingers at the same time. So that was my very first run at it. Then I got a little more bold and played around, and I made this guy a little piece of 1x1 black walnut just to see what the possibilities are. And I've ordered me some new knives and stuff for it, and I'm gonna be incorporating this into some of my builds. So I just wanted to share that with you, because anytime you get new toys or new tools, I keep mispronouncing that, I guess. That's a good day. But I got a really good deal on this thing. I went ahead and I had a piece of leftover poplar from the ladder build that wasn't being used for anything, and so I used it to manufacture myself a way of clamping it to the table so that when I'm using it, I can set it up here. But let's move around to the other side of the table and I'll show you what I've been working on other than that today. All right, guys, there it is. I have been grinding on light burn today. I did a few of them last night, but the bulk of what you see, I managed to get done today. I've got quite a variety of little ornaments that I've came up with. And like I said, guys, these things, I'm gonna get that new camera before it's over with. These things are all, like I said, I pieced these together and had to do a lot of line reassignment and coloring and creating new lines and all that to make all this stuff work. But I got those ornaments. I've got a bunch of other little just assorted little guys. This one I thought turned out pretty good. It's pretty colorful. It's got 3D because it's actually several layers. I took the pumpkin and cut it into pieces, painted the orange, painted the black, painted the green, let it dry, put it all back together and I glued it to another piece of wood that was cut with that same outline and made a little base for it here so that it can sit on it. I didn't paint the base or anything, but this was my prototype just to make sure everything worked. But yeah, I kind of like that one. This one, of course, it's kind of got some fall colors going on there, some leaves. I tried to use the shape of leaves that are commonly found in our area just so that people would know it was a leaf. And like I said, it's a bit three-dimensional as well, so I'll glue on. And it's sitting in one of my 9-inch holders. Got this guy here, used the shape of a leaf. I thought that went, might be different. And I went for a little more yellow and orange kind of color to that. But I thought that was pretty neat. And then of course I took one of my little boxes that I had. I've got to sand this guy. The glue's still dry, and it's got a little bit of scorching on it because I did run the air assist, because this is an engrave and cut all in one roll, and that's going to kind of be for one of those little electric candles, if you know what I'm talking about. I know the ladies probably know what I'm talking about, but they sell these little electric candles, and you basically set them on your table or whatnot, and you can either set this thing over top of it like that if you want, or you can set it up like that and set it down inside it. So that's pretty basic. But that's what I've been up to, guys. Just turning out a few designs there. And let me get this back in focus for you one last time. But yeah, that's the assortment. And there's a bunch of other ornaments that I made here. These are like snowflake, just generic Merry Christmas. We got a couple of deer, black and white. Then for the folks that like the black and white, I got a little glue-on snowflake on a black background. My wife decided to come out and put some ribbon on some of them. That wasn't me, guys. If you see string, I use string. My wife's more of the ribbon type. All right, guys, but I just wanted to drop a little video and let you know what I was up to. I've kind of had a few questions about some of my jigs, and of course questions about just the D1 or the D1 Pro in general. Several people have expressed the fact that they have the extended rails now on their machine. I don't have the extended rails on my machine, but one of my customers did reach out to me and said that he was having some issues with the jig kit, with the more specifically the rotary, because of the extended rails. And so what I have came up with is I built an adapter. It's basically a spacer that goes in between the locking panel and the jig panel, and it doubles the length of the jig panels. You can actually use it as a jig too. You could cut it out and make it into a jig, as well as go ahead and put another jig on the end of it, so you could like double the size of the jig if you needed to. But I've got that, and I'm just waiting to make sure that it's going to work like it's supposed to. I'm going to burn one tomorrow and test it myself to see if it connects everything the way it's, the way it's intended. The one that I did send to the guy who bought my jig package, he tested it and he sent back a message and said it worked great. So I like to see it for myself just to be sure. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to burn one of those, and basically just, even though my D1 won't take it because it's going to be way too long, I do have locking panels and jigs that I can just make sure it snaps together and does what it's supposed to do. But as always, if there's an issue or if there's a problem or some type of adjustment that needs to be done to the kit, I am more than willing to make those changes. And once I get that thing out there, I will release a video and explain how it works. And if you've already bought my jig kit, this piece by itself is useless. So probably what I'll end up doing is I'll just drop a download link in the description of the video. That way you guys can snag it from there. Because if you don't have the locking panel and you don't have the jigs, this thing's not going to do you any good. So as far as folks, trying to take my stuff and use it for their own, or trying to snag it without compensating me, hopefully this piece, I shouldn't have to worry about that. But if worst case, I can put it on there and just send you a direct link if you message me and let me know that you need it, and we can do it that way. But still to be determined, but once I get it tested, I'll do a quick video, show you how it works, what it's all about. I'll drop that out on YouTube, and then we'll disperse it from there. But anyway, guys, like I said, some of these designs that I've made, I'm going to put a couple of them on my Etsy store. The Christmas ornaments, I'm probably gonna do a couple of packs, you know, the different variations of different ones, but I'm still coming up with different combinations of the pieces and putting them together. And like I said, if you're one of those folks that just got your laser and you want to make some cool stuff and you're comfortable with cutting, but you're just not quite ready to start building your own designs, like I said, I try to keep my stuff affordable. I do ask for a little bit of, you know, money to make it worth my time, and also to kind of give me a little something for all the questions I have to answer in a day. But those will be available as soon as I finalize and get everything together and can get it packaged for all you guys out there. But like I said, the lathe will be playing a part in some of my builds in the future. My wife has already, the wheels are turning on what she can have me make with it for the house. And so if you're into the woodworking stuff, I'm sure there'll be more projects to come with the lathe. And guys, if you've got one of these things and you're comfortable with it, you know how to use it, you got any tips or tricks or, you know, things to look for, send them my way, because literally this was the first time today that I'd ever touched a lathe. I have watched some videos and drooled over, you know, some of the stuff that can be made, but physically having one, this is my first, and I pretty much don't know what I'm doing just yet. So if you got any tips, feel free to drop them in the comments and let me know. If you've got any favorite YouTube channels that you like to watch for lathes, send that to me too, because I definitely need to do some research. But that's it for tonight, guys. Sorry that I didn't have any kind of you know, mind-blowing light burn tricks or anything tonight. But to be honest, the questions are mostly related to my jigs that I'm getting here lately. And so if you've got any kind of topic that you think I need to cover, let me know and I'll try to put a video together for it. And another thing that I'm kicking the can around about, and some of you new guys may can chime in on this, is people keep asking me if I'm going to do a live, and they ask me if I would do a live and like kind of show things and answer questions and light burn and that type of thing. And I really haven't thought about doing that much, but the more people ask me, the more I've considered it. So if that's something that you think might be beneficial to you, if you're new to light burn and you just want to kind of tag along while I design a burn and maybe ask some questions or something like that, let me know. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do it, but it has been brought up before. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. Like I said, I appreciate everybody's support on the channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe. I mean, whatever you can do to generate a little activity on the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. I have been enjoying a lot of people. I've been getting a lot of good feedback from folks that message me and ask me questions, and I try to help them get their machines going. And it seems, you know, mostly effective helping people. And I enjoy making the videos and showing you new things, but I also enjoy helping those people and keeping them from having to learn lessons the hard way, the way I did. So if you don't mind, like I said, hit that subscribe button. You can share the videos out if you think there's something that might help somebody. And until next time, guys, be careful.